welcome back to my channel. It is spooky season. Halloween is literally 4 days away. Obviously I had to shout out to people who go hard out for Halloween and do awesome decorations because honestly
I spend time and I spend energy and I spend effort and I spend everything I have, every fiber of my being to give people quality.
Happy Halloween from me and my puppies. I'm excited to get into today's video. I love Halloween. Clearly my dogs do. Let's get on with the video, my transformation. Don't forget to subscribe. I've noticed people watch my videos but they don't subscribe, so why not join the family? What I'm going to be doing today is I want to create a zombie kind of dead look. I've been planning to do this video for a while now. I know I haven't been that active on my YouTube channel this year. I've just been so excited to finally be able to film this video. Today I want to also talk about haunted places that are in Australia because I obviously live in Australia. I thought why not get dressed up for Halloween while telling some scary stories. These stories that I'm about to tell you, I actually have researched. I'm sure some of you guys will know of the places. I'm definitely open-minded. I never doubt anything. Do I believe in spirits? Do I believe in ghosts? Absolutely. Personally, I have had one experience that I will share with you when I was younger. Before we get into anything, grab some candy. Also, grab a beverage. This is, if you're underage and you are watching, grab some candy. This is just a apple cider because, hey Siri, what's the time?
It's 2:35 p.m.
Oh. Why not crack open one of these? I'm not really doing much today. I don't have anywhere to go. Cheers everybody. Happy Halloween. I'm nervous to make this video because I don't know how it's going to go. I've never done something like this. That's the third time I've knocked off that candle. And my decorations might be a bit extra, but that's just because I'm extra. Got some glow-in-the-dark Halloween makeup, some SFX liquid latex. This was so hard to get, I'm not kidding you, I looked everywhere. Also, obviously, gotta have your makeup. First thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take some of this white, just to make my face look a bit more white. If you're undead, you gotta look undead. Forgive me if I suck at this. The first place I want to talk about that I've actually heard some scary stories is a very well-known place in Australia, in the Gold Coast, in Queensland, Dreamworld. I'm pretty sure everybody knows of Dreamworld. It's a amusement park. I myself have been there several times. I used to go there all the time when I was younger. There have been some stories about hauntings at Dreamworld, and while I was doing some research I actually came across an article. Most people know the popular TV show Big Brother. If you don't know Big Brother, I'm sorry, you have been living under a rock. Big Brother used to be filmed at Dreamworld in Australia on the Gold Coast. I used to love watching Big Brother. I used to honestly dedicate my life to Big Brother. A story came out a while ago, some article. The production staff on Big Brother had actually made some reports about hearing strange voices. Not just one staff member, it was multiple as well, while on set of Big Brother. The noises, by the way, were talking. They would hear kids talking. One staff reported that they were walking down the hallway or the corridor of the production set to get to one of the areas, and they were alone and they heard a whisper right in their ear of a little child. Turned around immediately, but nothing was there, of course. Another staff member had come out not long after that incident saying that they had also seen a shadow, an outline walking across the hallway very slowly. They said they did not see a face. Apparently just thought it might have been one of the crew's children. I'm pretty sure they said they even asked around if somebody had brought one of their kids on set. Nobody had. Pretty spooky, because I have been to Dreamworld, like I said, multiple times, and I remember seeing the area of the Big Brother area. That's not it of Dreamworld. After these voices, after those experiences started to happen, hauntings sort of became more and more frequent. There was a story about them being on set, and I think they were filming or they were getting ready to film for Big Brother. Fog started appearing on set out of nowhere, and one of the staff had assumed that somebody had maybe brought a fog demister or whatever they're called for the show. Maybe they wanted it for one of the episodes, but nobody had brought a fog machine on set. So how could there be fog? If I was like on set of Big Brother and this happened to me, I'm probably bolting. There was a mirror in one of the rooms and they had said that a face had appeared in the mirror. She walked past and then saw a face staring at her, but once again didn't quite capture the face. Another time, a totally different staff member was in the same room and again the exact same thing had happened. They said that they had saw a face in one of the mirrors. I wonder how the cast of Big Brother felt. It was claimed that it was the production crew who had experienced these hauntings. I don't know if it was any of the cast members. That would be interesting to know. By the way, I just want to say I'm not saying that you should believe everything I'm saying because I'm simply going off research that I've done. So moving on, now I'm going to be using some liquid latex. I'm going to be applying my first layer on my face so that I can create like a cut in my face. I'm going to do a few. So what really stood out to me about Dreamworld was one of the hauntings supposedly there, and it's a story about Jack Dark. Jack Dark was a British man and he migrated to Australia in 1988, I believe. He worked as a gold prospector in the town of Gold Rush in Queensland back in the day. He moved to Australia because he had big dreams on becoming a big gold prospector. He wanted to settle down in Australia, excel in his career. He had it all figured out. He knew what he wanted to do. But unfortunately that didn't go so well for him. It was obviously harder to maybe pursue than he thought. After it didn't work out for Jack, he ended up deciding to scratch that idea and try and start something else. So he decided to work at the local sawmill. A lot of people there had a lot of respect for Jack. People said that Jack was a very hard-working man. It was also said that he was very quiet, so he didn't really talk much and he was just an introvert. Sounds like me, to be honest. The whole reason I'm talking about Jack is because there's a popular ride at Dreamworld called the Buzzsaw, and it was reported that a few people had actually seen the ghost of Jack Dark on a full moonlit night at the Buzzsaw. There's about 6 different sections of Dreamworld and they all have their own name. There's Tiger Island, there's Gold Rush, there's Ocean Parade and so on. The Buzzsaw is located in the section of Gold Rush. That's where the ride is. Basically the story of why he haunts the Buzzsaw ride. A few people had claimed to see his spirit, his ghost there, haunting that ride because when Jack was working at the sawmill, it was a full moon night. He was obviously on night duty. Okay, so I kind of turned the camera off for a bit just so I could speed up the process. I just let it dry, kind of peeled it off a bit, and now I'm going to be covering it up with some BB cream over the scars. So I'm going to finish up my story about Jack Dark. One night Jack was working. There was some intruders who were trying to set alight the sawmill on fire. Jack being Jack, obviously he's going to try and stop that from happening. Unfortunately for Jack, he was actually pushed into the buzzsaw whilst trying to stop these intruders from setting the place on fire. Did not survive. They even went as far to say that it was Jack himself who decided to set alight those sawmill on fire, and in the process he had slipped. That's what it was to cover up in the town. That's pretty messed up. This is kind of taking longer than I thought. Cheers, I'm still drinking this. Still my first one, guys. I don't know if you can hear the rain. It's been raining and storming all night. I didn't expect it to rain so early in the afternoon. I'm gonna get off the camera. I'm gonna try and do as much as I can. Be back in a second. I wanted to jump back on the camera and tell you about my personal paranormal experience that I had. It actually came up in a family conversation not too long ago. It just gave me chills. This experience was when I was growing up. It just sticks with me. When I was about 6 years old, I used to live in Tasmania. The house I lived in was a 2-story, so it had stairs going up. The stairs led up to mine and my sister's bedroom, and then my parents slept downstairs. I remember that house because the stairs were like really slippery stairs. Like I used to put my boxes on and slide down those stairs. My mum was asking me if I remembered the time where I used to have an imaginary friend I'm sure a lot of people have had imaginary friends. It's really common, so nothing new there. I would describe my imaginary friend as a really tall man with light skin and really light hair. There is one thing I remember. This one time that I had gone upstairs, and it's just a vague memory in my head. I was playing with my toys and I was playing in the hallway. I threw the toy car across the room, then it came flying back towards the door, and that's just all I remember. I'm pretty sure I went in to have a look to see if anybody was in the room, but there was nobody in the room. There were some strange situations going on at night time in that house as well. The paintings that my mum had in that house would always seem to go crooked. My mum would always be straightening them up. She'd always go around straightening them up, and then for some reason she would always come back to them being just crooked. Could have been someone playing a practical joke, but she was convinced it wasn't a practical joke. There's something in this house. Once my mum found out I had an imaginary friend, she kind of put two and two together. That place that we were living at, the Christian campus, was an old place as well. I kind of feel like that place was haunted in itself. That was my paranormal experience when I was like 6. Leave some comments if you've had any paranormal experiences yourself. I think I'm done. I'm gonna go outside and see this storm. Do you want to be some evening? Can you hear that thunder? I hope you guys liked my look. Thank you for watching, and don't forget to smash a thumbs up if you enjoyed today's video. Oh my gosh. I'm gonna go make some TikToks now. If you're not following me on TikTok, go follow me on TikTok. Thank you. Happy Halloween. Stay safe. Take a piece of candy. I actually had fun creating this look. Thank you for watching if you've made it this far throughout the video. Bye guys.